Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Sunday. It's Daryl here. It's bright and freaking early. It's 3:30 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. What just occurred to me before I started this video is I'm glad. I feel like I have a good rapport with you guys. You know, a lot of this stuff, a lot of the videos I do, I tell you guys about stuff I see, stuff I hear, stuff I talk about. And in order for that to work, you guys need to trust what I'm saying is, really happening. I think, I know for a fact, like in the last 15, 16 years, I've become a blatantly honest guy. And you know when somebody's telling the truth. And like I said, I'm glad I had that rapport with you guys. If I say something wrong or something dishonest, you guys know I call myself out on it. I'm very self-deprecating or whatever you call it. Anyway, I'm glad we have that report because today I'm going to talk about some more conversations I had with my MAGA barber. Yes, I had another, as you can see, I got a haircut. Before I get to that, yesterday after I downloaded my usual Van Gogh, it was Van Gogh gets tomato soup on the painting. I have no idea what these videos, I haven't looked at the views yet. After I downloaded that, I went for my walk and I went by the police station and I saw the police car with all the flowers all over it. That's the previous video right below this one. Okay. One interesting thing, I went by, I didn't have my camera, so I went, I only live about 500 feet away. Went home, got my camera, went back. As I'm walking back, there's state police all around the whole place. So like I said, 100 cars, it's probably more like 60. And as I walked by the state police cars, there was state police in them. And the state police, I don't know about other states, but in Connecticut, they are big, burly, tough. They all look like Marine sergeants. I mean, I wouldn't mess with them, man. They are big, burly, tough MFers, man. And I walked by the cars. When I came home, I was walking away from them. And as I went back with the cameras to make that video for you guys, I was walking towards them. And every one of those state cops smiled, looked up from his computer or whatever, and smiled and waved at me. And that's never happened before. It's a different vibe here. I've talked about, I've criticized police in other videos and stuff, the whole defund the police thing. And, I got to admit, this is giving me a different view. From everything I've read, these were three upstanding, the two that passed away and the surviving officer were upstanding officers. I'll have the links down below. There's nothing bad. There's accommodations for them. Anyway, the one surviving officer, this is interesting. He's the one that took out the suspect. He's still in the hospital. I think he got shot to the legs. Alec Urado. He took out Nicholas Brutcher, the suspect. So he's a hero. Wounded. I think the two other officers were taken out, and then he began shooting at this officer, Alec Urado, and Alec Urado was able to take him out. Anyway, so yesterday's video, as I'm walking away, after I filmed the police car with all the flowers all over it, I said something about a Facebook page. And I thought about it quick, and I was not going to put the picture I'm talking about, I'm going to use on this thumbnail. I'm probably not going to block out the guns. I was thinking about it, and I want you guys to see these huge freaking guns these guys are holding. It's on this thumbnail. It's going to be Nicholas and his brother, Nicholas and Nathan Brutcher, the two suspects. Well, the one suspect and his brother. It's still questionable how the surviving brother, what role he played in this. And it's a wedding picture. Now, there's all sorts of reports too. I'll put the links down below. This guy was a beer guzzling, troublemaking, divorced dad, partier, hellraiser. Here's an interesting fact. I went to look up his name. Nathaniel Brutcher. I typed in Nathaniel Brutcher. I got to the R, right? And what popped up on the screen, because the screen tries to guess what you're going to put in, it said Nathaniel Brutcher Trump. I mean, it's recommending what other people have searched for. That's kind of what I got to admit, that's kind of the link I was looking for. When I saw that he's a gun enthusiast and his whole, hell-raising, beer-drinking attitude, I wanted to see if he was a Trump supporter, and apparently I am not the only one, because that's a very commonly searched phrase here in this area or on my network or whatever. Okay. All right. Let me talk about. So this picture just, this is what's coming out. The links will be down below. You can read about the suspect yourself. Like I said, I wanted to see, I think we're all interested in that. It's I don't know if it's a sick part of America or what, but we always want to see what side these guys are on. When somebody screws up, when somebody does something horrible, which side were they on, the left or the right? Let's be honest. That's what I do, and and obviously from my search, what my phone asked me is a lot of other people are searching the same thing. All right, here, my MAGA barber. All right, as you guys can see, I got a haircut. My MAGA barber, and I usually do a video. If you guys watch my channel, my barber, he's my age. He's probably about 8 inches shorter than me, but he's like me, except all the way on the other side, MAGA, and I'm liberal, right? And every time I go in there, he's telling me about how I live in Bristol. I used to live in the small town of Thomaston, which is all Trump supporters now. And every time I go in there, he's telling me how, this city of 60,000 people that I moved to, how it's all ghetto now. He said that the other day again too, that Bristol's becoming ghetto. I got the stats for Bristol down below. It's 81% Caucasian. The average house sale is $200,000. The medium household income is $70,000. The single person income is a little under $40,000. It's got lower crime than 60% of American cities. I can go on and on. Yeah, it's not ghetto. I'm gonna do another video. I've been wanting to take you guys around the city because there are some incredible houses. There's one house that looks like the Munsters, man. You guys gotta see this house. I'm not exaggerating. Anyway, my MAGA barber. So he said something that I just couldn't believe. He actually kind of dissed the police. He's I brought up this whole thing that happened here, and he said, he didn't say anything about the brothers that ambushed. I thought it was very cowardly, like I told you guys. He said, these cops, though, you don't know what they could have been dirty MFers. This is his exact words. He says, you don't know what they're up to. They could be doing this or that. You don't know if, So my MAGA barber, it took me a day or two to digest this guy. I didn't know, at first, is he trolling me? Because, I don't talk about my liberal politics. I just let him spout off about MAGA. He doesn't know that I have a YouTube channel, so I let him just spout off so I could do a video about him the next day. And he's defending the suspects more or less. And then he shows me this picture that I'm going to use on the thumbnail of the suspect's wedding photo. What people have a wedding photo holding all these huge... I was going to block the guns out, but I'm not going to. I want you guys to see these weapons these guys are holding. There's tons of photos all over the internet of Nicholas Brutcher, the suspect, pointing guns, holding it. That's another thing. I would never... Anybody that points a gun at a camera, even just at the camera, it gives me... I was taught... like I told you guys, I was raised with guns. I never, ever point a gun at anybody unless you intend to take them out. That was what my father told me. Treat every gun like it's loaded. And whenever I see somebody doing that, it's just, any respect or whatever rapport I thought I might have had with them goes right out the window. This guy's an idiot. He's an idiot. He's playing with the gun. He thinks it's a prop, a toy. Or he's got a little unit and he's trying to make up for his manliness. He's got some kind of issue because real men don't point guns at the camera or anybody else. They just don't. You don't do that. You don't do that. It's a weapon. You respect it. Anyway, my barber. So he's going on about the cops. The cops might have been dirty. You don't know what kind of stuff they're doing to people out there. It freaked me out, man. I didn't know if he was trolling me or what. I think the right has stepped away from law enforcement. Look at back in 2000 when Trump was president. There, the kid with the gun, Rittenhouse, going there to protect the cops against BLM. Remember that? And now, after Trump's Mar-a-Lago got raided by the FBI, after January 6th, and their interaction with the police there, the Capitol Police there, seriously, I'm seeing a lot less. I saw those blue, I used to see those blue flags with the blue stripe. black and blue flags, you know, support the blue. I don't see them around anymore. There's a lot of blue lights all at night around this town supporting the police after the shooting. But anyway, I think that the right is actually moving away from law enforcement right now. I think they feel persecuted. I know I use that a lot, you know, because of January 6th in Mar-a-Lago. This is what My MAGA Barber, this guy is always just spouted off about, you know, woke and liberal this and then it gets worse, stuff I can't even say here. He has said some of the most racist stuff to me that I can never repeat here again, you know, and this is every time I go there. And so this is what he said, you know, he was dissing the police, you know. I don't know. I don't think he was trolling me. I think the right has moved away. At least this one MAGA barber. All right, I see I'm running long on time. I got so much more I want to talk about. The links will all be down below. The suspect, Nicholas Brutcher, played football with Alex Rodriguez. You might remember him. He was the football player from the Patriots. Dealer that was also accused of murder. He ended up taking his own life in jail. Remember that? They thought he might have brain injury from all the impacts on the field. I'll put that link down below too. He's another very famous person from my city here, Alex Rodriguez. Rodriguez, right? Yeah, Rodriguez. I hope I got that name right. The football player from the Patriots. I'll put the links down below. You guys, I'll be back later with another video. I got to show you guys the houses around Bristol, especially the Munsters house. You guys won't believe this. It's like a ultra Victorian. It's bizarre. I'll do a video showing you some stuff around my my ghetto city. You guys have a good Sunday.